Hello again. Hope everybody is doing okay. Welcome to your yoga practice. Today we will start sitting down with your legs crossed, Sukhasana. You may try to close your eyes from top to the bottom and open the palms of your hands up towards the sky. And then taking a deep inhale, slowly lift your shoulders up. And as you exhale, slide them down and open your chest. Your eyes are closed. Start moving your head side to side. Turning your head slowly. Your neck is long. Then coming back to the center, opening your eyes, taking your left hand on top of your head. Your right hand is supporting your right shoulder. Then inhale and slide the right shoulder down and gently lead your head towards your left shoulder. So you're not pressing your hand into your head, you're just leading in there. And then again, slowly, start moving your head side to side. Flexing the side of your neck. Carefully switch the sides again, sliding that left shoulder down, leading your head towards your right shoulder. And then moving your head. And then take your time, release, and then extending your arms in front of you, interlacing the fingers. Exhale as you press the palms of your hands out. And then inhale your arms overhead. You will notice that your shoulders have probably gotten a little bit too high. So as you inhale, lengthen, and exhaling, try to bring those shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bring those shoulders back into those shoulder sockets and stay here. Inhale and then slowly start turning. You can be turning to one side, keeping both sitting bones firmly pressed into your mat. And then take your time, come back to the center, and then slowly switch and turn to the other side. Back to the center, bend your elbows generously, and then switching the interlacing of your fingers, and then come again and press those palms up, and then inhale your arms overhead, reaching up with your palms, sliding your shoulders down, and then take it to a little side bend. Chest is open to the side, and you're reaching and lengthening. Get a nice stretch coming from your left sitting bone all the way to your left hand. And then come back. Reach up. Carefully release it. Hands are at your knees. And then inhale for an easy cat-cow stretch in Sukhasana. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep lifting your tailbone up. And as you press into your hands, tuck your tailbone in, looking down at your belly around your back. And keep going, using your own breath to lead you. Always extend as you inhale, and always take the action as you exhale. Coming back, raise your shoulders up and then slide them down again from your ears. You're looking for maximizing the distance between your earlobes and top of your shoulders. Then interlace those hands behind you, fingers are interlacing, opening the chest, lifting your arms up. You're welcome to stay here. If you want a little forward bend, look slightly in front of you, keep your chin up, and then press into your sitting bones and extend to the sides of your waist. And then tilt slightly. And then letting go of your fingers, bring those hands in front of you and start walking your hands in front of you. Lifting the palms of your hands so you're only on your fingertips and then dropping your head, looking down. Pressing into your hands will bring you up. Couple of cat-cow stretches here. And when you are ready, coming to your Tadasana, standing in Tadasana. So let's talk about Tadasana. Tadasana is called a mountain pose, but sometimes it is a little harder than we think. Sometimes we underestimate. So let's build our Tadasana. So your feet are about hip-width apart or a little closer, and you're spreading the weight into all four corners of your feet. Pressing into those feet, engaging your front thigh muscles to lift your kneecaps up, and then shift the crease of your hips a little bit backwards, and then start extending to the sides of your legs. Dropping those shoulders down, opening the chest, palms in supination, so palms are facing forward, and then try to draw your ribs in and level your chin. Tadasana, mountain pose. So this is your optimal alignment. Turning your head side to side, and just notice when those shoulders are down and far from your ears, it's much easier for your head to move. It is nicer for your neck than interlacing the fingers behind your head. Opening those elbows up. Carefully start bringing your chin in between your clavicle bones as you're lifting your elbows up. Lift, lift, lift. And then again, turning your head side to side. Then come back in standing Tadasana. Warrior 2 is our first standing pose. So turn those toes to the right side. So I'm going to be a mirror again, so I will turn my toes to your right side, my left. Okay, and then look at your right knee. That right knee is going to start bending, but you want that bend happening right above your ankle. So you can go as far as here. Never bring your knee in front of that ankle. You can stay here. You can open your arms to the side and you are in Warrior 2. You're pressing down into the outer edge of your back heel, should be your left heel, pressing down and aligning your right knee with your right ankle. Looking at your right hand, palm is up, sweep it into reverse warrior. Keep pressing into the back heel, outer edge of your back heel, firmly pressing down, and then take it to your side angle pose. Any variation, you can be here, with your elbows on top of your thigh, you can bring it all the way down, and reach. And then come back again, extending your left, Trikonasana triangle pose. So reaching out with your right arm, and taking that right hip, the side back, aiming to the left side, and then take your right arm up, the left arm up, sorry. Okay, let's arm up. And again, watching that neck, so looks down at your foot and lift your chin a little bit. Now your neck is straight and your head is ready to move and turn, looking forward. Slowly as you press into your feet, come back, turning to the left. Left toes are facing out, right toes in. So your right foot should be about 45 degrees, turned in. Looking at your left knee, bend that knee over your ankle, Warrior 2. So again, take it to your level. Just make sure you're pressing into the outer edge of your back heel. And then look at your left hand and sweep the thumb overhead. Take it back. And find your way into triangle pose. So you're sliding your left hip towards the right hip and you're reaching out with your left arm and then take that left arm down, right arm up. And then slowly as you press into your feet, bring yourself back and turn your feet outward. So now your toes are facing out, heels are facing in. Try to tuck your tailbone in as much as you can. The weight should be mostly in the outer edges of your feet and ass opening in cactus. And then slowly drop your hips down into goddess pose. And breathe. Press into those feet. Try not to lean forward. And then maybe come a little lower and hold. As you want and are ready to go up, just use the power of your feet to lift you. Wiggle those feet together and come to standing in Tadasana. Coming for your sun salutation 8. So I am going to step on the top of my mat. Inhale and open up. And exhale, slowly come down. Inhaling halfway, lifting the tailbone up. Down to plank. Staying in plank for a little bit. Aligning and then elbows in, lowering yourself into Chaturanga. And then pressing your hands into Cobra. Again, in Cobra, making sure you're not lifting your shoulders. And then tuck your toes in and come to upward facing dog. The only difference here is that your hips are not touching the mat. And then lifting into your downward facing dog. And rest here. Pressing the mat away with your feet, with your hands, lifting your hips up. The head is heavy, shaking your head, and then taking your legs away from your center, and breathe. As you are ready, bend your knees. You have an option either to step your feet forward or jump. And then again, slowly come all the way up. Standing in Urdhva Hastasana, shoulders are down, and then take. Now we will have some shoulder stretches. So I'm going to use a strap. If you don't have a strap, it would be nice if you can grab a hold of a towel or a little piece of clothing or something that will give you an extension. So I'm going to show from behind. So take that strap and place it on top of your right shoulder. Take your right arm up, bend, and find the end of your strap. Take your left arm to the side, and then slowly find the bottom part of your strap. And then I'm going to start pulling up that strap with my right hand and pulling it down with my left hand. And I still want to draw those ribs in as I press into my feet. I want to have my chin level. Your right elbow should be pointing up towards the ceiling, while your right biceps is right next to your ear. Okay, and then slowly, slowly take it a little side bend. And slowly come back. Switching the sides. So now the strap will be over your left shoulder, left arm up, find the end of your strap, elbow up, and then slowly come with your right hand, come from the bottom and pull up and pull down. Tearing that strap apart and breathing. Hide your ribs, level your chin, press into your feet, and come to that side. As you press into your feet, slowly and carefully release it. Let go of your strap. Just move those shoulders back. Pull those shoulders back and spread your feet wide again. Now this time, have your feet parallel towards the edges of your mat and press firmly into the outer edges of your feet. So you want to spread the weight into the outer edges of your feet so you protect your knees. And stay here. Then take your elbows closer together and open your chest up. Stay here or count to half forward bend. Don't go any further, just half forward bend today. You want to lift your tailbone up. You want to have your hips aligned with your heels. You want to keep squeezing your elbows together. And breathe. And wiggle those feet together. Be careful. Careful here. And come to Anjanasana on your right side. So right foot forward, left foot back. Your left heel is up. So lifting your left heel up. You want to press into your left heel. So the knee is not bending. So again, your right knee and your right ankle are in one line. Open your chest up. And then take your hands all the way down. You can stay here. If you want to try standing splits, just lift your left leg up. And then slowly bending your knee, planting your back foot down. Anjanasana, Crescent Warrior. Take it to a twist. Inhale and then start twisting in your hips. As you slowly open to the side. And then take your hands at prayer, placing your elbow on top of your opposite thigh and press into it. You can open your arms and slowly come back. Anjanasana. Stepping those feet together into Tadasana, mountain pose. Switch your legs now. Anjanasana with your left foot forward, right foot back. Open your arms overhead and reaching up with your chest. Reaching back with your right heel. Aligning your knee with your ankle. Coming to forward bend. Staying here. If you wish, you can lift your right leg up. Coming to standing split. As you bend your knee, plant your right foot down. Anjanasana, Crescent Warrior. And then take it to that twist. Twisting in your hips. Slowly open to the side. Hands are joined at prayer. Opposite elbow on top of your front thigh. And twitch. Slowly come back to Anjanasana. Chest is open. And then big step forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. Coming to sitting now. Just grab your knees again. And breathe here. Resting here before we come to a boat pose. So what is important in boat pose is that your back is straight. You want to be lifting your tailbone up and extending. And then maybe try to lift your feet from the floor. You can support your legs by holding your hamstrings with your hands and then keep that belly coming towards your thighs. For a little bit more, you can open your arms to the side. For a little bit more, you can lift one leg up. See how it feels? Keep that back straight. And then switch. And maybe both legs up, Navasana, both pose. If you're shaking like I do, you probably are doing a good job. And then bend your knees. So the feet together, lifting your chest. Knees are apart and you want to lengthen and open. And breathe. Keep your torso long and then maybe come to a little tilt. If you are able to bring your elbows in front of your shins, just press those elbows in and lengthen a little bit more and then fold. Time, carefully release this. Those knees together. Now find a bolster or a block. If you don't have one, I suggest that you really come and take one because it's going to protect you. So bend one knee and bring those knees together. So one leg is strong, straight. Knees are together. And I just notice how my hip with that bent leg has a tendency to lift. So here comes the block or a pillow that you lift your hips and support that sitting bone that belongs to the extended leg. You stay here, arms are up, and again remember to stay long as you slowly reach forward. Looking forward, do not look down. You want to stay strong and stay extended. And then slowly down back. Bend that knee, hug your knee. Some of you might want to try to take your hands around your foot and extend. And this is a gentle class, so I'm just showing more options for those of you who will want to explore more. So don't feel pushed, don't feel obligated to do more than you want to do. This is your own practice. And then you will switch the sides. So extend your other leg and support it with your foot. And bring your knees together and extend. Reaching up and then extending forward. So think about a forward motion. This is you're not going down technically, you're going forward. And then forward. Back. Hug that knee and stay here. Unless you want to try the full pose as you press that heel out and extend. Hold it forward. And come to your hands and knees. So I'm going to show from different angles here. So coming to your tabletop, take your right leg and cross it. Cross it over. So now your knees are together and the heels are apart. Again, I really recommend using something like a pillow or a block for first, just so you are sure that you're not hurting your knees. So you can be here or you can be here. Then hands are at your toes. Extend and then come to another forward bend. These are Gomukhasana arms. You already were doing Gomukhasana legs, the other way around. Gomukhasana arms are here, and these are Gomukhasana legs. So you may want to try both or just stay in that forward bend. Carefully come out of this pose. You want to return back into tabletop, uncross your legs, and just try the other side. So now this time, take your left leg over your right leg. Find that pillow and come back. If you're not using a pillow, that's good, but it's not necessary. And then coming to the forward bend. Or full Gomukhasana arms. Always opposite arms, opposite leg. So that leg that is on the top, the other arm is on the top. Never the same sides. Yoga is a symmetry. Opposite. And slowly release. Again, carefully coming out from the pose by lifting your hips, coming to tabletop, and come to child's pose. And come to your squat, right-legged squat. Feet are aiming up. And then take your hands at prayer and try to press your elbows to your inner thighs as you drop your tailbone in. So this is your option one. You want to try a little arm balance, Titibhasana, firefly. Take your hands behind your heels and drop your hips. And maybe it's a little bit too much for your wrist, so stay here. Some of you may want to slide your feet forward and then blink. Basana, firefly. And then slowly release. Roll those elbows. And I have a surprise for you today. So instead of Shavasana, we are going to do draining the leg pose. And that pose is done with your legs against the wall. So I hope that everybody has a piece of wall that you can find. So bring your mat closer to that wall. Take your hips as close to the wall as they can be, and then swing your legs against the wall. And just spread your arms wide. Arms are up. And rest. Closing your eyes. Viparita Karani, that means they're draining the leg pose. That's the pose that rejuvenates you, gives you energy, and helps your immune system. Just melt down. Let go of any tension. Just pay attention to your breath. Deep inhales and long exhales. Ready, slowly bend your knees and turning over to your right side. And then at your own time, come back to find a comfortable seat. Joining the palms of your hands in front of your heart. Thank you all for participating and allowing me to guide you in your yoga practice. Namaste.